so ineffective. He'll be able to produce one Defiler, maybe. I think that will be about all he can afford, and maybe 2 Defilers. I don't know. That's about it. And Yellow's gonna expand here at the, I guess that'd be about the 5:30 position, almost 6 o'clock. And I actually don't like that expansion spot for Zerg. I don't know if I should say traditionally, but a lot of times Zerg players like to expand away from their Terran opponent, especially when you start in near spawns. You shouldn't really expand towards your opponent unless you have an, I don't know, unless you think you can hold it or something. And I don't think that's a really good spot for him. I think he should have expanded towards the top right, taking the base at the 230 position, and so that way the base is a little bit safer, forces Terran, forces Fire by Hero to maneuver around the map a little bit more. And we do see a starport going up, so it's probably going to be, Science Vessel is probably going to come out pretty shortly, so that we can deal with these lurkers a little bit easier, a little bit better. Hive has been completed, and should be seeing the Defiler Mound go down any moment now. I don't think it's just going to be a crackling build. I guess he could theoretically go for like a crackling drop or something, but I don't think that's going to work either. That'd be really awkward, and I haven't seen that before. Maybe some stop lurkers, if he can pull them off, might be able to work, but now, see, that's not going to do anything, Yellow. Now Firebat Hero knows that you've got lurkers under there. It's not going to do anything. And 3 bunkers actually up right now for Firebat Hero at his natural, so there is the Defiler Mound. So I guess Yellow's probably going to have maybe one push, one attack, in which he can try and get his way back into this and try and do some damage. But that's about it. He's going to have one chance, I think, and he really needs to do a lot of damage with it. We do see a siege tank out, so this lurker contain is going to be all over now. And now Yellow, I think, is going to have some trouble defending. Should Firebat Hero know about the 530 base, I don't know if he's checked it out yet, but should he know about it, he can probably send a squad of Marines down there and probably do a really good job against, take it down pretty easily. It's really hard. It's going to be really hard for Yellow to reinforce that base. It's a pretty long route from both his main and his natural to get there. And it's honestly, I think it might actually be closer to Firebat Hero's base than Yellow's. So that's definitely a problem for him. We see another scan coming off, going to pick off the lurker, maybe not quite picking off the lurker. Here comes a Defiler, so here's Yellow's chance. Yellow has this small opportunity now that he has a Defiler before Science Vessel comes out. If he can do a good amount of damage here, he'll have a chance. We do see a dropship being produced, so that's going to get loaded up with Marines, and this could be really bad for Yellow as well if that gets dropped at the 530 position. Although it looks like, it doesn't look like Firebat Hero is heading down there at all. There's the swarm coming in, and lurkers being dropped, and those siege tanks are, at least one of them is going to go down, second one is going to survive, but there comes the dropship. The dropship's going towards the main, and I don't know if Yellow sees this coming. Yellow doesn't look like he's responding at all. Okay, he does have a Defiler down there. Looks like he might have consumed a larva or something to defend against that, throwing down a swarm. So that's going to be actually very effective defense here by Yellow, but Firebat Hero is just going to move outside of the swarm, and is going to destroy a lot of these Marines as they get, they swarm him, but eventually he does take it down. So good defense by Yellow, able to stop that drop from doing too much damage. And Defiler coming in from the back as well, allowing his lurkers to come in again. 2 swarms going down. So these lurkers are actually going to catch a couple more siege tanks. So Yellow actually doing really well here with his 2-hatch hive right now, or 2 gas hive, and doing a good amount of damage with his lurkers and his Defilers. And you just need to burrow those lurkers, Yellow. If those lurkers don't get burrowed and they die, I'm going to be so upset with you, Yellow. Burrow, burrow, burrow. And they will be a-okay. It looks like a dropship heading maybe to the natural of Yellow as well. And it looks like Yellow's trying to move in with lurkers and Zerglings, but you can't move in on bunkers like that, Yellow. They're just not going to be effective. And the drop at the natural expansion is quite effective, taking down a lot of drones, it looked like, and might actually be able to take down this hatchery as well. If they take down the Hydra Den, possibly that could be another big hit. And see Defiler consuming a couple a Zergling. It's going to throw down a swarm, and then the Zergling's going to go in, probably going to clean this, maybe going to clean this up. No medics actually there with that force, so all the Marines are going to go down, just barely. But some good damage being done there by Firebat Hero, and now we got to look at Yellow. What's Yellow's next phase now? Now that the Science Vessel's out there's the Irradiate on the Defiler. Now that Science Vessel's are out, note that Yellow does not have Scourge. He doesn't have a Spire yet, so that puts him at a huge disadvantage, and this is another problem for him. He just doesn't have the gas to both produce Defilers and also produce Scourge. It's just really, really expensive, and I don't think he's going to be, and he just doesn't have the money to really do that. And once again, another drop coming in here with a bunch of Fire Bats now. Fire Bat Hero going for Fire Bats at the 530 position, and that's going to be it for that base. I just can't see how he's going to be able to protect it. And there's GG from Yellow, not even going to bother taking his too much more lumps. A little bit of a crazy build there by Yellow, pretty much an all-in 2-hatch Hydra or 2-hatch Lurker that got scouted out, absolutely owned. And once it got scouted out, when he did not do a very good job of stopping the scout. Once it gets scouted out, 2-hatch Hydra is very, very ineffective and extremely difficult to win with. And we saw that there, Yellow trying to change it up a little bit, going for the quick hive, doing some good job with those defilers. That did look pretty good for a little while there, but just not enough. Firebat Hero able to take it down, and tragically enough. But we're gonna go on from here. We're gonna go on to the next set, Game 4. I actually wasn't paying attention, so I don't even know who's winning right now. I don't even know who has a 2-1 lead, but yeah, I don't even know who has a 2-1 lead. But it's going to be Gorush and Stork, and I will see you all in that set.